2. Swung on and missed. Fuchs
coming in right side. Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches it called. Strike 3. Anderson.
Wes Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to our Irie Insurance pregame show and our coverage of the Class B State Baseball Tournament. This time it's the Central Cass Squirrels against the Lakers of Des Lacs Burlington. The Squirrels, the number 3 seed in this Class B tournament, against a draw team in Des Lacs Burlington. Central Cass 14-1 on the season. They got this way, or they came this way through coming through Region 1. And they won the Region 1 championship game 3-2 over Northern Cass, a game that got suspended. Started on a Monday, ended on a Tuesday, which happened twice in what was a whirlwind Region 1 tournament. They are the Region 1 champs, while Des Lacs Burlington 15-2 on the season. They are the Region 7 champs. They came through their tournament having to defeat Renville County 3 times, so tough to beat a team 3 times. They went 2-1 against Renville County to get their spot onto this state tournament. I'm Joel Morgan, Josh Boyko with me here alongside me on this broadcast. Josh, we saw our first game. It was 13-3, a 6-inning win for the Thompson Tommies. The Tommies now await the opponent of this game, and they will play at 3:30 tomorrow in the championship semifinals. Losing team plays at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the consolation round. But kind of that first team to play the first game in this tournament may be a little bit tougher. Second team playing might feel a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, there's going to be some nerves and some jitters once you know you're at state. You've made it here. You've bonded as a team over the season, but now it's time to step it up one more notch and take the field and own it today and advance your team to the next round.
Yeah, Thompson and North Star came in here playing the first game, about a hard start time, 10 o'clock start time, took their infield, outfield, got ready to go. Des Lacs Burlington came here, got the opportunity to watch the game, relax, kind of ease their way into playing. Central Cass came, watched, eased their way into playing, but it should be a good matchup between these two teams. Central Cass, no secrets there from the coverage we've had this season. They bring a lot of power, good pitching. They're a team that can capitalize on opportunities with runners on the base paths. They make you pay for errors. With errors, they have pretty much all upperclassmen in their lineup with the exception of shortstop Carter Maggio, who's a shortstop, but you have junior, senior, 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 junior, senior. Josh, that's a whole lot of experience on the field.
Absolutely. They've been here before. They know how to get it done at state, and they're really looking forward to this opportunity to close off their careers, the seniors, on a really high note.
Des Lacs Burlington, on the other hand, they have some upperclassmen in their lineup, just one senior, I believe, on their entire roster. That's Devin McKinney. But otherwise, they are a fairly young team with sophomore, freshmen, and juniors. They are making their program's 4th appearance in the state tournament. They have not been here since 2018. They were the runners-up in 2003, lost to Cavalier 5-1. But this is a baseball program that really hasn't had a whole lot of tournament experience, and they're going against a team that has a whole lot of tournament experience in Central Cass. 9th appearance, 2nd straight. They played in 3 championship games as a program, which, of course, not everyone on this team, members of these teams, may have not participated then, but it definitely builds a culture amongst your baseball program. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. We're going to step aside. We'll come back to meet your starting lineup next on yourliveevent.com.
Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Back on yourliveevent.com, and they're about ready to go here. Early start time, about a 20-minute early start time, which we are more than happy to continue rolling through these contests. It will be Paxton Yisis will come to the batter's box. The shortstop will face Brendan Maggio, who gets the start today for the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll tell you about Yistas and Maggio's numbers coming up as the left-handed hitting shortstop digs into the batter's box. He's batting .500 on this season. Maggio, the righty, ready to go from the windup. And here we go. First pitch on the way. This one is high, ball one. Time of first pitch, 12:21. Cam Parker will be behind home plate for the Central Cass Squirrels. Maggio making his 5th start of the 2022 season. 1-0 pitch, called a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. 22 2/3 innings. No record on the season. He has not factored into a decision. He has struck out 20 with a 1.2 ERA. The 1-1 pitch, called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Paxton Yistas from the Burlington Lakers. Ryan Olson scheduled to hit next. And the 1-2 pitch outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yistas, Ryan Olson, Carson Yale, Devin McKinney, Braylon Fisher, Jake Schaefer, Ty Hughes, Rylan Ralph, Ramel Eckelson is the batting order. The 2-2 pitch sent the other way. It's through short and third. Yistas is aboard with the base hit.
Good piece of hitting there from Yistas. Goes to the opposite field and finds a gap between short and third, and it trickles into left field slowly for a leadoff single.
And that'll bring up Ryan Olson, the junior center fielder. That is something that Coach B.J. Karoff said about his Lakers team, is that they make contact. They put barrel on the ball. They put balls in play. They get base runners on. So not a whole lot of power, just consistency getting balls into the field of play. And he said he really feels 1 through 9. He's got guys who can get on for each other. He's just with the big lead off the bag at first. The pitch swung on and missed. Olson chased a breaking pitch down low. Ethan Munkow at first base for the Central Cass Squirrels. Sam Covervig at second. Carter Maggio at short. Joe Schumacher at third. Glove on his knee, through the signs is Maggio. Pitch is called a strike. Gets ahead of the batter, Olson 0-2. Cade McKinnon in left field. Alex Everson in center. Will Ellison in right field. Runner on first, no one out. Top of the first inning. Burlington trying to strike early against this Central Cass Squirrels team. And the 0-2. Missing high and outside. A 1-2 count. Eastos, who's at first, batting .500 on the season. Ryan Olson at the plate, batting .449. And the 1-2 pitch, dropping the hammer on him, is Maggio. Olson strikes out swinging, 1 away. And that'll bring up Carson Yale.
Good location that entire at-bat from Maggio. Attacking the outside corner, getting more than 1 swing and miss in that at-bat.
Maggio got the start in that game against Northern Cass, which ended up becoming the true championship for Region 1. The game suspended onto Tuesday didn't eclipse the pitch count, but because it was considered a second game, was not allowed to pitch. And first pitch to Carson Yale is a strike. Paxton Yistas is at first base, taking a pretty sizable lead, being held on by Munkow. Maggio threw his sign. And the 0-1 pitch. That is a strike. Yale's behind in the count, 0-2.
Painting the black on the outside corner right there. Almost an unhittable pitch for Carson Yale to handle.
Maggio threw the sign, the 0-2 pitch. In and out of the glove of Cam Parker. Didn't get too far away from him as he watches Eastos back over the bag at first. Yale, a right-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher in Maggio. And the 1-2. This one up the middle, could get through for a hit. It's picked up by Covervig, steps on second, over to first, and double play. Double play will end the inning. No runs, a hit, no error, no one left on. We played 1/2 inning, no score. And Central Cass will get their first cuts coming up when we return. This is Class B baseball coverage on YourLiveEvent.com.
Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com, no score heading into the bottom of the first inning. Des Lacs Burlington got a runner on, a double play erased him and ended the inning. Here's the batting order for the Central Cass Squirrels. It will be Sam Covervig leading things off. He is playing second. Then right fielder Will Ellison. Brandon Maggio, the pitcher, batting third. Ethan Munkow, the senior first baseman, batting cleanup, followed by center fielder Alex Everson. Cade McKinnon, the left fielder, batting sixth. Batting seven, Carter Maggio, the shortstop. Batting eighth, third baseman Joe Schumacher. Batting ninth is the catcher Cam Parker. Covervig, Ellison, Maggio, Munkow, Everson, McKinnon, Maggio, Schumacher, and Parker for the Central Cass Squirrels. Will be Carson Yale, the righty, getting the start for Des Lacs Burlington. Yale on the season, a 2.53 ERA. He relies on a lot of off-speed stuff, does the tall righty, to try to get batters off. Considered one of the top pitchers for this Des Lacs Burlington team. Devin McKinney will do the catching. McKinney, the lone senior for Des Lacs Burlington. He'll be behind home plate. Jake Schaefer at first. Ryan Ralph at second. Paxton Eastos at short. Eli Hennessy is not playing in the field. Not batting. He is strictly in the field. Hennessy will be playing third base. Then it's Braylon Fisher in left field, Ryan Olson in center, Ty Hughes in right field. Sam Covervig makes his way onto the batter's box. Bottom of the first inning, no scores. Third seeded Central Cass Squirrels against the draw team in Des Lacs Burlington. First pitch from Yale will miss, ball one. Righty works quickly as the 1-0 on its way home. And that one is outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's a common theme we've seen going back to our first game that we called. The pitchers working quickly with no runners on.
Next one, a Covervig called a strike. Count at 2-1. Covervig batting .359 on the season. He has scored 14 runs. Lays off a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Covervig has done a nice job getting on base for the big bats behind him. He has walked 6 times, which is second on his team. Make that third on his team. The 2-2 pitch comes high, count full, 3-2. A lot of power in the middle of this Central Cass batting order. And the 3-2. This one fouled back by Covervig.
Quality pitch, quality swing, and we'll do it again on the full 3-2 count. There's a fastball outside corner. Covervig got a piece of it to stay alive.
And the 3-2 again. Called strike 3. Covervig strikes out looking for the first out of the inning. With one away, that'll bring up Will Ellison.
Same pitch there from Carson Yale. He went hard. He went outside corner again. He gets the call from the home plate umpire and has Covervig walking back to the dugout.
Here comes Will Ellison. He lays off ball one. Ellison, the senior, won a pair of championships at the Class B track meet this last weekend, part of the 4x200, 4x400 relay team. And the 1-0 lays off. This one a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. It was him, Frosty Wisniewski, Jake Deutsch, Owen Wiersma. Members of those relay championship teams. Swinging through a pitch is Ellison. Count 1-2, no one on, one away, bottom of the first inning.
Big cut on the 1-1 offering. He got a pitch that he could handle in the middle of the plate, but he swung just under it, foul tipping it at home plate.
The 1-2 will get under the glove of McKinney into the backstop. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's cooled off considerably since the sun has made its way away from the ballpark. A little bit more cloud coverage here. Not a cloudy day by any means, but things have cooled off. The wind, really the biggest factor right now in this game, as the 2-2 called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeout lookings for Carson Yale to start the bottom of this first inning with no one on, 2 away. It's Brendan Maggio.
That's just another quality 2-strike pitch there from Yale. Drops the hammer on the outside corner. Back-to-back looking strikeouts to start the game.
And Yale to Maggio. Comes at him with a strike. Talked to Lakers coach B.J. Karoff yesterday, and I asked him about his top 3 starting pitchers. One of them, of course, being Carson Yale, who's out there. He says off-speed stuff. Does a great job keeping guys off balance and is doing it here. As the 0-2 pitch chopped over to short, Eastos will back up, gets it over to first base, and there's the out. 6-3 on the ground up. 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the first inning, 1 complete, no score between DeLax Burlington and Central Cass. The quarterfinals of the Class B State Baseball Tournament. Top of the second coming up next. You're listening to coverage on YourLiveEvent.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan, Josh Boyko with you. It's Game 2 of the Class B State Baseball Tournament, 13-3. Thompson Tommies winning in game number 1. They will play tomorrow at 3:30 against the winner of this game. Devin McKinney, Braylon Fisher, Jake Schaefer, 4, 5, and 6 due up for DeLax Burlington. The Lakers had Paxton Eastos got on base with the base hit, was erased on a double play. So Maggio facing the minimum in the top half of the first inning. McKinney, the catcher, will step into the batter's box. And he swings through the first pitch, strike 1. And for McKinney to be the only senior on this team, leads them in runs scored. 28 runs a game in a team that averages just over 11. Lays off a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've had some high-scoring games this season as DeLax Burlington. Of course, some high-scoring games, and they get to the postseason. And they had one which was about the minimum. I'll tell you about that after this 1-1 pitch, which is called a strike. Now 1-2 to McKinney. They played Renville County 3 times in their Region 7 tournament. In the losers out game, they lost 1-0. They were no hit in a game that lasted an hour, 10 minutes as the 1-2 pitch called strike 3. McKinney strikes out looking, 1 away, top of the second, and it's on to Braylon Fisher, the left fielder.
Second strikeout of the game for Maggio. First looking, and both pitchers looking like they're in their groove early on in this one.
So Fisher steps in and takes a strike back, came off his shoulder, did not pull the trigger. Devin McKinney got the start in that game. He pitched well, that 1-0 loss to Renville County. 7 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Fouling off a pitch is Fisher. He is behind 0-2. Braxton Fitzsimmons from Renville County went all 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. The only run that was scored in that game was an RBI ground out in the 5th. So the only hit that was surrendered by McKinney didn't even factor really into the scoring. Here comes the 0-2 to Fisher. Missing low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Set foul, first base side, and this one will go into one of the party decks, the Amarillo party deck, or Armadillo party deck, rather, over there along the first base line. And the 1-2 to Fisher comes high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Newman outdoor field, the home to NDSU baseball, and of course the FM Redhawks. Redhawks have had a long road stretch to start their season, just one home series. They are on the road now, and then we'll be back after this tournament as the 2-2 comes high. Count full, 3-2.
Fisher now trying to put together a quality at bat. Seeing some pitches against Maggio. This will be the 7th of his at bat.
3-2, ball 4, draws a walk. Fisher's on. And Delax Burlington will get their second base runner of the game. That'll be Jake Schaefer, the freshman first baseman for Delax Burlington, their second base runner of the game. Scoreless here on the top of the second inning. Thanks for all those who have joined us on yourliveevent.com for our audio broadcast. Thanks for all those businesses that have sponsored this broadcast. Pickoff throw over to first, head first slide. Fisher back in safely. Munkow put down the tag. Maggio digs back in. Showing bunt is Schaefer, and he pulls back. We'll take it for a strike. Joe Schumacher hustled his way down the line at third, and fearless, probably more fearless than I would be. Schaefer decides to take that bat, pull that bat back and swing. You're right there for a line drive as the 0-1 pitch called a strike. Schaefer behind in the count, 0-2, one away, runner at first.
That would be a new definition to hot corner right there. He was about 30 feet from the plate.
Fisher takes his lead off first, the 0-2 pitch. Trying to get him to chase, didn't bite, 1-2. Maggio gets a sign from Parker he likes and rings him up, called strike 3. Schaefer is strikeout number 2 this inning, 2 away, and it's Ty Hughes, the right fielder.
That's the 4th looking strikeout of the game, and we're only through not even 1.5 innings yet. A lot of punch outs, a lot of called strike 3s. The pitcher's really hitting the corners in this game.
Pitch to Hughes, sent foul over the dugout at first into the stands. Couple fans moving out of the way of this one. Braylon Fisher stands on first base. He reached on a walk. Munkow, Everson, McKinnon scheduled to hit bottom half of this inning for the Squirrels. And the 0-1, this one sent the other way. If it's fair, could be trouble, and it will go foul near the bullpen. Hughes looped that one over the right field. Ellison tracked it down to the corner. So Hughes back to the batter's box in the count, behind in the count, 0-2. Fisher has his lead off of first. Kind of went back over to first, now takes a huge lead in his secondary, does Fisher. And the 0-2 pitch, called strike 3. 3 strikeouts this inning for Maggio, all looking as it ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. We are scoreless through 1.5 innings. 4, 5, and 6 due up next for the Central Cass Squirrels. You're listening to coverage of the the Class P State Baseball Tournament on yourliveevent.com.
Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to irieinsurance.com.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. Coverage of the Class B State Baseball Tournament. One of these days I'll stop saying Region 1 as we get through our tournament coverage. The Squirrels will send Ethan Munkow, Alex Everson, Cade McKinnon to face Carson Yale. Yale sit down the Squirrels in order in the bottom of the first inning, a pair of back-to-back strikeouts and a ground out. He has been very effective with his off-speed pitches through the 3 batters he's faced so far. Munkow poses the biggest threat for the Squirrels team. I should say one of the biggest threats, a .450 hitter, 17 RBI, 4 home runs, 5 doubles. Brings a lot of power, does this left-handed hitter. First offering from Yale, high ball 1. Squirrels last year made their way to the 5th place game, ended up getting a victory there. The 1-0. Swung on and missed by Munkow. I think Yale might have taken a few miles off that pitch as it evens the count 1-1. 1-1 pitch fouled back, 1-2. For Central Cass, it came down right to the final day of the regular season to get their seeding for the region tournament. 1-2 pitch. This one looping foul near the third base dugout, which is also the Squirrels dugout. Had to face off against Northern Cass, their final home game of the season, a regular season, I should say, a victory for the Squirrels, who earned them the number 1 seed and would go undefeated in Region 1 tournament play. The 1-2 comes inside, missing, 2 balls, 2 away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yale from the windup, 2-2. Swung on and missed. Gets Munkow swinging. That is 3 punch-outs for the Deluxe Burlington righty. And with 1 away, it's Alex Everson, the center fielder. Joshy has done a great job, has Yale, mixing up pitches through these first 4 batters.
Yeah, absolutely right. He's been keeping him off balance with that steady mix of the off-speed in there, which we highlighted earlier.
And this one sent in the air onto center. Olsen backpedals, trying to play with the wind on this one, and will get it, and he stumbles back towards the warning track. A loud out number 1 for Alex Everson as he flies out to center, out number 2. It's like Olsen got it and just kept going back, caught it on his heels, stumbled his way back towards the warning track for the second out. So no one on, 2 away in the scoreless game. It's Cade McKinnon, the left-handed hitting left fielder. And ball 1 comes high from Yale.
McKinnon trying to be the first one to figure out Yale in this game as he struck out 4 of the first 5 batters.
And this one over the head of the second baseman. Ralph just poked it over his head. And it's the first base runner of the game for Central Cass. McKinnon comes through with a 2-out base hit. So he is on for Carter Maggio, the shortstop. Each team now with a base hit. Yale pitching from the stretch for the first time. Glove on his side. Long look over to McKinnon at first base. And it's a ball low. Coming up to throw was McKinney. And he'll keep the glove in his hand. Yale lost his hat with the follow-through on the pitch.
We've seen a few hats fly off today, in the outfield especially, with the wind playing a factor.
And the 1-0. This one on the air to center, and it's going to be caught by Olsen, who loses his footing but keeps the ball, and that ends the threat. No runs, a hit, no error, 1 left on. 2 full innings in the quarterfinals here of the Class B State Baseball Tournament. It is Deluxe Burlington 0, Central Cass 0. You're listening to YourLiveEvent.com.
River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com, already have one final score from this Class B baseball tournament, 13-3. It was Thompson over North Star. Thompson will play the winner of this game tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the championship semifinals. We also have coverage of the Class B state softball tournament just across the parking lot. Chase Miller with the call on YourLiveEvent.com. Kindred Richland winning that first game against Velvet Drake Adamus, 17-7, the final in that one. So Kindred Richland, the first team in Class B to advance on in Class B softball. They'll play the winner of Beulah and Thompson. We'll have that game for you as well on YourLiveEvent.com. We are in the top of the third inning, and I'll hand it over now to Josh Boyko. Josh.
8-9-1 spots in the order coming up. It'll be Ryan Ralph, the Lakers' second baseman, to lead things off in the bottom of the second. And he takes a called strike on the inside corner, 0-1, as Maggio continues to stay in the strike zone. The righty's 0-1 delivery is grounded to third. Throw on to first is in time. Joe Shoemaker makes the play over to Muckow for a quick out number 1 in the bottom of the second.
About as routine as you can get on a ground ball. Schumacher scoops it up, takes a look, plants his feet, throws across the diamond. Muckow didn't have to do a whole lot of work, is right to his glove.
As we are in the top of the third, as I've already said, bottom of the second twice this inning, but hey, we all make mistakes. Maggio, first pitch, missing inside. A little trickle to the backstop.
Yeah, Romel Eckelson, the designated hitter, DHing for Eli Hennessy, their third baseman.
Pitch missing, 2-0 now. Maggio falling behind for the first time in the game. And now missing low and a 3-0 count. He walked Braylon Fisher in the second inning, but he was ahead of him early in that at-bat. And now on 4 pitches, he's walked Romel Eckelson. And they'll have a 1-out base runner at first for the Lakers. We'll flip it over to the top of the lineup now with Paxton Eustis coming up. He's singled to lead off the ball game.
Yeah, and you're getting to the 3 best hitters in Delax Burlington's batting order right now.
Eustis showing bunt, charging in, Shoemaker, and it's bunted foul towards the Squirrels' dugout. Shoemaker is not afraid to charge in hard on these bunt attempts. We've seen a couple bunt shows. That was the first bunt offer.
Yeah, Eustis taking some extra time to get a sign from his coach down the line at third. Would imagine he's going to show bunt again.
He doesn't, and he takes high with the off-speed pitch. 1 ball and a strike, 1 out. Eustis at the plate with Eckelson at first after the 1-out walk. This ball is flared down the left field line. It's going to go well foul, not a play.
And this is a little bit of that gamesmanship you see in the game of baseball is, Eustis shows bunt, changes the defensive alignment a little bit. They take extra time giving the signs, gets the defense thinking maybe there's another play in the books.
Fly ball center field. Everson has a beat on it and puts it away. 2 down now.
I think the goal of that at bat was to kind of get a hit and run going and get runners moving around, and fortunately Eustis just could not barrel the ball like they needed him to.
Ryan Olson struck out swinging in his first plate appearance against Maggio. Righty on righty matchup and a high strike to Rylan Olson. Maggio from the stretch comes set, delivers home with the slide step, ground ball to third. Shoemaker will throw over to first, on target and on time. Good stretch at first by Muckow, and that'll retire the side. A scoreless top of the third for Deluxe Burlington. Scoreless game through 2.5.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And a scoreless game through the first 2.5 innings. And it'll be the Squirrels coming to bat with Joe Shoemaker, Cam Parker, and Sam Cobbervig scheduled to make plate appearances in the bottom of the third. The 8-9-1 hitters, it'll start with Shoemaker, the third baseman, who retired the side with 2 putouts in the top of the third inning. Plays a solid third base.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Squirrels, third baseman Joe Schumacher.
Carson Yale back to the mound, and the tall righty getting his sign. A windup and the pitch swung on and missed. Shoemaker a little bit tardy. 0-1.
Yeah, so far the pitch selection has been really good for Yale and McKinney.
Off-speed pitch, good spot, but called a ball. Yale and his catcher, Devin McKinney, on the same page, not having to shake off a lot. And Yale fires just outside, and it's 2-1 to the leadoff man in the third, Joe Shoemaker. This time he gets back onto the corner as he burns the outside corner with a fastball to even the count at 2. This time a shake-off, and now gets the sign he likes. Hit to right field, it's twisting out of play. The Armadillo is becoming a hot spot for foul balls today.
Yeah, there's a couple of fans who made that their home, trying to get some foul balls over there in that Armadillo party deck.
The 2-2 offering, missing way outside this time from Yale, slaps his hand on his glove and runs the count full. A shake-off, and now the payoff pitch, missing high. So Shoemaker falls behind, but then it comes back to draw the leadoff walk, and that'll bring up the catcher, Cam Parker, the 9-hitter. So first plate appearance for Parker before sending it over to the top of the lineup with Cobbervig waiting on deck. Pickoff throw to first, easily back in is Shoemaker.
And Cam Parker, being the number 9 hitter, is so deceptive. Batting over 500 on this season, has a good amount of RBIs, has 2 home runs, can hit for extra bases.
He's a good table setter for that top of the lineup. So when you flip it over and you've got your guys like Maggio and Muckow coming up, it's likely they're going to see Cam Parker somewhere on the base paths. 0-1. The lefty Parker shows bunt again. This one is cleanly fielded by the pitcher. Yale, his only plays to first, and retires Parker for the sacrifice bunt out. The runner will advance to second, so a runner in scoring position. That's Shoemaker on second for Sam Kobervig, who struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Popped up on the infield. Now drifting back and dropping. That ball finds the grass. Paxton Eustis was fighting it right there as he misjudged how deep that ball actually was. He was playing in the middle of the dirt at short, backed up to the edge of the grass, had it in his glove for a moment, and then it fell out at the last second. So no out recorded. And now a strike to Will Ellison.
Yeah, that's going to be an E6, and I mean, it is an error. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but just such a hard ball to play with this wind and the backspin that it had.
Missing inside, and the count even to Ellison, 1-1.
You know, I think there's been a shift in how you gauge a fielder's productivity as Ellison swings to that pitch 1-2. You know, fielding percentage was always kind of errors. Fielding percentage was always kind of the gold mark of how you judge what a player can do defensively. But, you know, Eustis makes that error, but that was a very hard play to make. You know, if you're going to gauge what he does for you defensively based on that, as opposed to, you know, plays that players can make that aren't supposed to be made. So that's really been a shift, I think, the last handful of years.
Yale gets a swing and a miss for the strikeout. And Ellison is retired. I'll bring up Squirrels pitcher Brendan Maggio to the plate.
Yeah, early in that at-bat, Yale established that he wants to get breaking pitches inside. Ellison laid off some pitches he didn't want to, and it forced him to have to swing later in that pitch sequence.
Breaking ball over for a first pitch strike.
And you can tell Ellison was frustrated that he swung at that pitch, but he got handcuffed.
Chopped up the middle to short, bobbled again, and the out is recorded though. Eustis was carried by the ball up the middle towards the second base bag, and after the juggle was still standing on second base in time for the out. No runs, it's a scoreless 3 innings.
Bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we're back after 3 innings. Brendan Maggio back on the mound. Only given up 1 hit in his first 3 innings of work. The Lakers will send Carson Yale to the plate first in this 4th inning. So the mound mates will face off again. Maggio was retired by Yale for the final out of the 3rd inning with a grounder to short. Now Yale steps in against Maggio to lead off the 4th. Swung on first pitch and fouled to the right side into the general admission bleacher area in Newman Outdoor Field, and it's 0-1. Maggio's 0-1 pitch. Missing low now. 1-1 to Yale, who grounded to second in his first plate appearance. Swung on chop to third. Shoemaker waits for the easy hop, fires chest high to Muckow. One down in the top of the fourth. Shoemaker's been busy, as that is already his third putout from third base early in the fourth inning. Devin McKinney struck out looking in his first at bat. Maggio with a off-speed pitch down the middle for a strike one called. Right-handed hitting catcher McKinney takes high from Maggio for ball one.
And McKinney, again, the only senior on this team. He's listed as infield pitcher catcher. Lays off that low one. It's a 2-1. I would imagine that he's worked his way to more time behind home plate because of his age, because of his experience, because of this being a little bit of a team on the younger side.
Swung on and missed, and now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, as well as Carson Yale has pitched his 3 innings, you credit a lot of that to Devin McKinney calling the right pitches, understanding the situation, being on the same page.
This ball off the end of the bat to right field, dropping and fair. This is going to be extra bases as it skips past the right fielder Ellison. Around second, heading for third, standing up and in with a triple. McKinney stands up at third as the ball kind of got jammed and lost in the corner. Ellison struggled to get that ball back in as he overran it. The grass changes to dirt about 20 feet from the fair foul line, and it ended up bouncing on that dirt and skipping by. Now a fly ball to left field off the bat, and that's dropping off the bat of Braylon Fisher. No chance for the runner McKinney to move up from third, so a flare into left field. McKinney was waiting for a tag, but there was no possible way he's going to advance on such a shallow ball. It'll be runners at the corners now with the flare single after the triple, and 1 out in the inning still. Maggio trying to work out of a jam. Really the first time either pitcher's been under duress in this ball game. Showing bunt now is Jake Schaefer. Shoemaker not coming in as hard. He pulls back. The runner goes from first, and no throw made down to second base. So Fisher into scoring position now as well with the stolen base. Taking the double play out of the equation, the infielders are pinched in. Chopped up the middle, knocked down by Maggio. Throw to first is in time. The run will score, though. Carter Maggio playing shortstop. Range to his left, going up the middle. Knocked the ball down to prevent it from going into center field, but was unable to field it cleanly, which allowed McKinney to get home from third base. It's a 1-0 Deluxe Burlington lead.
Talk about a lot of situations coming your way, a lot of elements of this ballpark coming into play. And Hughes takes the bat off his shoulder, doesn't swing, pitches called the ball. So you have that triple. That comes when you have a ballpark like a professional ballpark like this, where you have bends and curves and nooks and crannies that you're not used to. Next breaking pitch inside, Hughes will swing through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. You have that, and then you have that flare base hit. That one just hung up there with the wind, so you're dealing with the weather element.
Missing outside now, 2-1 to Ty Hughes, who has a runner on third base in Fisher. 2 outs. Maggio's delivery missing outside.
So you handle the ballpark element, the weather element, and then just a situational element. You have second and third, one away. Your infield shifts, and there's no way that Maggio's was going to play that one cleanly.
Swung and missed, and now 3-2 to Ty Hughes.
They got the out, but the run scored. It's just because of the shift, you weren't able to maybe look back that situation and prevent those runners from advancing on.
Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Swung on, chopped. Shoemaker off his glove, and the run will score. A late throw to first. The runner's safe.
So this one, I don't know what they're going to score it. They're going to score this one a hit. I was going to say that's a hard one to try to decipher.
It was a hard-charging Joe Shoemaker from third base. Got a high hop. It goes off of his glove, caroms away to the shortstop, Maggio. And now in the batter's box, it's Ryan Ralph taking outside. So another run scores for the Lakers, and they now have pulled out to a 2-0 lead in the top of the 4th. Line to center field, Everson coming in, and it lands in front of him. He took the initial step in, then hesitated for a little bit, and it ended up dropping a couple feet in front of him, and Joe Shoemaker was visibly frustrated, not with the ball laying in front of Everson, but wishing he had been able to corral that ball at third base, and now I have a visit to the mound.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call here, to try to get everyone, collect everyone. You got your ace pitcher on the mound right now. Is again, all the situations that you faced this inning, giving up runs with 2 outs, getting the weather, the field, all these elements, still just 2 runs. You got to prevent this from being one of those innings where you implode and you end up giving up 5, 6, 7 runs. So, and Central Cass is a good enough team that they can rebound. But first, they need to get out of this inning, and it starts with retiring Romel Eckelson.
Eckelson, the designated hitter, hits in place of Eli Hennessy, the third baseman. Chopped up the middle, past Maggio. They'll go to second. Throw on to first is in time to get Eckelson by a step. And that'll retire the top half of the 4th, but not before the Lakers jump out to a 2-0 lead.
Loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Carson Yale back out for his 4th inning of work for the Deluxe Burlington Lakers, as he's had smooth sailing, only giving up 1 hit, 1 walk through his first 3 innings of work. And he sat a long time on the bench in the top half of the 4th. He was the first man to come to bat. He grounded to Shoemaker at third. Then the long inning after that. 6 more batters made plate appearances, and a longer inning had Yale sitting on the bench. We'll see if his command is still there. Entering the bottom half of the 4th. They'll bring up Muckow for Central Cass, and he swings and towers one on the infield, and it's going to drop. The second baseman was Ryan Ralph. He was the one closest to making that play, but with how bad the wind has been today, we've already seen it affect infielders and outfielders. You could see that was going to be some trouble right there.
Yeah, Muckow hit that one higher than the state, it felt like about 30 feet over the height of the stadium. Yeah, as soon as that one got up and the wind took it, you knew that was going to be a base hit.
Flied to center. Moving back and camping under it with the catch is Rylan Olson.
Rylan Olson has been impressive in the center field, and he hasn't made a diving catch. He hasn't made he hasn't laid out. He hasn't got anything like that, but he's just been steady. He's been able to stay under some high fly balls and is able to make some outs.
Everson was the one that flew to center field. I'll bring up Cade McKinnon, taking outside. The righty looking in, gets his sign, slide step, and hits the spot down and in with the breaking ball to the left-handed batting McKinnon. 1-1. And this ball hits McKinnon, and he throws his bat toward the dugout and takes his base. Carter Maggio will come up now. Lined out to center field. A nice play, like you mentioned, from Olson in center field. Wasn't a diving play, but he made that play on the run, and Maggio tipped his cap at first base when that out was recorded. Runners on first and second. Maggio squares to bunt, pulls back and swings and misses.
Yeah, guys who can consistently pull off what Carter Maggio tried to do tend to be very successful with runners in scoring position.
Pitch misses inside, now 1-1.
You know, he put the bat like he was going to bunt, got a little bit of movement. Hennessy at third moved around a little bit. Eastes kind of started charging in and then tried to pull it back to swing and just could not make the solid contact.
Grounded to the backhanded side of short, going to third is the only play. Muckow forced out and then tagged out for good measure. So Maggio grounds into the fielder's choice. I'll bring up third baseman Joe Schumacher. Hit a walk-off home run in the non-conference game in the Region 1 game a couple weeks back. Missing outside now to Shoemaker on the first pitch from Yale. Ball 1.
Yale, I believe, has not pitched in the postseason. This is his first start. He's been impressive.
Shoemaker foul tips one straight back to the netting, and it's a 1-1 count. And he'll step off and look back the runner to second base. McKinnon stands at second. And now a off-speed pitch misses outside. Pitch count's in pretty good shape for Carson Yale. Was at 41 pitches through 3 innings. Swung on and foul tipped. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, McKinney came up and looked at Maggio at first and kind of dropped the shoulder to get him back over to the bag.
Just missed. And Yale thought it was strike 3. It has been strike 3 earlier in this game. The strike zone has kind of tightened a little bit, it seems. But now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will go, and it's ball 4. A walk to load the bases now. And he'll bring up Cam Parker.
Like I said, a very, very, very deceptive number 9 hitter.
Yale still elects to go from the stretch. Inside, ball 1 to Cam Parker. Nowhere to put him. And a dangerous hitter at the plate. Missing inside again, 2-0. The first two batters were Muckow and Everson. Everson reached on error. That ball's chopped foul. Muckow reached on air. Everson flew to center. So it was a quick out after the error for Yale, but he's struggling to find his third out as he misses again, and he's in danger of walking in a free run for Central Cass. A strike on the inside corner. Parker looks back. He thought he had ball 4, has a couple words for the umpire, but looks pretty civil. Runners will go. 3 ball, and now we have timeout called.
I think Parker just wanted to, sometimes you do that as a hitter. You say, okay, high and inside that just nick the strike zone. Because, you're trying to develop that eye, and that's all he asked him.
Yep.
Just to understand where that pitch went. And I can't blame him because that one was close.
Flared to center field on the payoff pitch. It's caught, and it's a scoreless inning for Carson Yale. He strands 3 Squirrels on the base paths. It remains 2-0 Lakers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Carson Yale did a good job keeping the Squirrels off the scoreboard, stranding bases loaded with a 2-out rally from the Squirrels in the bottom half of the 4th. We head to the top half of the 5th. The score still 2-0 Lakers, and it'll be the top of the order with Paxton Eustis leading this inning off. Maggio on the mound still. Both pitchers kind of cruised through the first 3 innings, but in the 4th inning, both teams put up a fight on the offensive side. The error from the Squirrels is put an unearned run across for the Lakers, and they'll try to add on to their 2-0 lead in the top half of the 5th here.
Leading out the top of the 5th for the Lakers, the shortstop, Paxton
Eustis, the left-handed hitting shortstop, steps into the batter's box. He's singled in his first plate appearance, flew to center most recently. The first pitch was outside, ball 1. Maggio right back. Just missed outside, and now 2-0 to the leadoff man, Eustis. Maggio hits the corner, now 2-1.
Our last game, 13-3, ended in 6 innings. This one, the makeup of a whole different game. That's what makes these tournaments fun.
Flied to left, chasing his Shoemaker, now twisting back. Wow. I thought Shoemaker was going to have to make the play, but it lands in front of the shortstop in Maggio. That ball was ticketed for foul territory and was pushed well into fair territory on a pop-up down the left side between the left fielder coming in and then the shortstop and third baseman coming out. It drops in no man's land, and it's a leadoff base runner in Eastus. This ball is flared, a jam shot, getting down again.
Just the wind, back-to-back balls put in play. The first one, as you mentioned, Schumacher's near the fence getting ready to make this play, and all of a sudden it's in the field of play. You know, and then that one, you know, McKinnon, he's got a lot of speed to burn, came in full charge, and then it's like that ball hit a wall and just landed there right in front of him. It was going to be a hard play to make, you know, but that wind didn't help. And now first and second, no one out, top of the fifth inning, and you got, you know, one of your top three hitters at the plate.
And both of those, by the way, have been scored hits. The first one was more of a pop-up that on a normal day you would probably consider that an error, but today statisticians, they can see the American flag out in left center field, how it's been waving this entire game and how hard it's been waving and how hard these balls are getting pushed back into play. It's an 0-1 count to Carson Yale. Righty on righty, both the pitchers in this plate appearance. Now 1-1. Yale has grounded to second and third. A hit could extend the lead. Runners on first and second. He swings through. I think it was a changeup. Probably took something off there. Maggio gets ahead now 1-2 on Yale. Pace of play slowing down now that runners on base. Maggio on the stretch. Leg kick, fires, missing high with the breaking ball. Yale ducks out of the way. It's 2-2. And a called strike three. A fastball, and Maggio clips the outside corner for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that was a big out right there. Obviously, any out in this situation is big, but you know the fact that a ball wasn't put in play, runners weren't at bat, you get a strikeout, and you take the bat out of the hands of one of the better hitters on this team.
Absolutely. That means there's no sacrifice fly in place. As right on cue, there's a fly ball to center field. Everson's got it. There probably would have been a play at the plate, but that was likely deep enough to score a runner from third base. So a huge strikeout there from Maggio. Now a quick second out of the inning, and he is just one good pitch away from having a scoreless inning.
Yeah, you went from first and second, no one out, to first and second, 2 away.
It was Devin McKinney with the brief plate appearance and the fly out to center. Now a strike to Braylon Fisher, who's reached both times in this game with a walk in the second and a single in the fourth. It's up to him to prolong this inning to try and get some runs across the board for the Lakers. Line to right field, going back, and with a head-high catch was the right fielder Ellison. So a couple of base runners stranded. Maggio works his way out of the jam. It's still 2-0 Lakers.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
The team at Maple River Granite Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Granite Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
It's a 2-0 ball game. The Lakers, they're smelling an upset. They probably wouldn't tell you it's an upset, but this is a pretty good Central Cass and pretty experienced Central Cass Squirrels team. Lots of seniors on this club, and they find themselves down 2-0. Only have grabbed 2 hits off of Yale. The tall, lanky right-hander delivers home to Kobervig at the top of the order now again for the Squirrels. It's ball 1. Quickly back with pitch number 2 is skied to the gap in right center field, and catch is made by Ty Hughes. Just watching this game at first glance, you wouldn't think that this is a team of mostly comprised of sophomores for Deluxe Burlington. They are putting on a clinic this game defensively. No errors yet. And a strike to Will Ellison.
Yeah, you know, this was such a tough tournament to try to seed. And on top of that, gauge your opponent. Ellison fends off a pitch 0-2. It's just, you didn't get a lot of games outside of your region. You didn't get a lot of East-West matchups. You know, we had North Star only played 8 games this season, so, you know, this matchup's such an unknown.
An absolute gem of a curveball from Carson Yale sends Ellison packing on 3 pitches. Ellison is having a rough day. He's got the hat trick of strikeouts, 2 of them looking. Brendan Maggio to the plate, swings through a fastball, and he's well late on that. Yale is just looking excellent, not tiring at all after 4 incredible innings. Missing outside now. Velocity is still there. Command is still there. One pitch, grounded to second, playable. Handled well, throw to first is in time. Ryan Ralph makes the play, and it is a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Carson Yale.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com, but as the top of the 6th inning, Jake Schaefer out here for Deluxe Burlington will go against Brandon Maggio, who is working his 6th inning. Here comes the first pitch. This one sent over to left field, and was it trapped or caught? It was caught. McKinnon, a diving play for the first out of the inning. A little bit of redemption after 2 hits went his way to no fault of his own. Tough balls were hit to him last inning. This time says not going to happen again. Makes a diving catch for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Ty Hughes for the Lakers. Lakers lead 2-0, a non-seeded team facing 3rd-seeded Central Cass. And the first pitch comes low, ball 1.
That was a stellar play by McKinnon there. A full extension dive in left field with the wind messing with it, you know. So that's a candidate for play of the game right there.
1-0 pitch. This one chopped on the ground over to short. Carter Maggio over to first base. 6-3 on the ground out. And 2 quicks out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Maggio looking great there. Makes that play look so easy. Absolute strike, chest high to his first baseman, Muckow.
Rylan Ralph, the second baseman, steps to the plate for DeLax Burlington. Munkow, Everson, McKinnon, the heart of the Squirrels order, due up in the bottom of this inning, swinging through a low fastball as low breaking pitch as Ralph swings through it for strike one.
Both these pitchers are being very efficient right now. Those were 3 pitches, 2 outs from Maggio. Now this is skied in play.
If the wind doesn't catch it, it should end this inning, and a great play from Carter Maggio at short. Slid on the infield grass and makes the final out. It is 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th inning. The Squirrels down 2-0. We'll come to bat when we return. This is coverage of the Class B State Baseball Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. Bottom of the 6th inning. Central Cass DeLax Burlington. The Squirrels trail 2-0. One final score already in this tournament, a game we had here on YourLiveEvent.com. 13-3, Thompson defeating North Star. So the winner of this game will play tomorrow, 3:30. That will be against Thompson. Losing team plays at 10 a.m. against North Star in the consolation bracket. Back-to-back web gems and a quick top half of the 6th inning usually leads to big offense. Ethan Munkow will lead off the inning, and he takes ball 1 high. Munkow in this game, 1 for 2, a strikeout and a base hit. The Squirrels have had their opportunities. They have stranded 5 as the 0-1 swung on foul into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Munkow. Squirrels trying to avoid an upset here in the first round. Carson Yale has pitched fantastically for the DeLax Burlington Lakers. Here comes the 1-1. Pop foul out of play in the stands on the first base side. Hit some concrete and then was caught by a fan on the bounce.
Can't say enough about Yale and how fantastic his outing has been today.
And the righty's 1-2 pitch. This one sent in the air to right field, and Hughes is able to get under it for a loud out number 1. 1 away, and that will bring up Alex Everson, the center fielder. Squirrels' biggest opportunity came back in the 4th inning. They were able to load the bases with 2 outs and just could not find a way to bring home a run. The Squirrels can beat you with putting the barrel on the bat, as Alex Everson to the plate. Everson takes a ball, now takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. They can beat you by running you on the base pass, putting the barrel on the ball, getting extra base hits, hitting home runs. 0-1 pitch off the end of the bat, chopped to Ralph at second, plays the hop, throws to first, gets the out. 4-3, Everson's retired.
Everson hustling down the line, made a fairly close play at first base, gone by a half step still though. Everson now 0 for 3. He's flown out twice to center field, put the barrel on the ball, but now chopping to second and running out of outs here if you're the Squirrels.
Here comes Cade McKinnon, the left fielder. McKinnon, 1 for 1, was hit by a pitch. Gets something close inside to the lefty, ball 1.
McKinnon has one of only 2 hits off of Carson Yale in this ball game.
The 1-0, check swing. He went, 1 ball, 1 strike. Squirrels have 4 outs. 4 outs to try to make up that run. Those 2 runs, I should say, as the 1-1 pitch gets fouled back by McKinnon. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away.
Just nothing easy to hit from Yale. He hasn't left his good off-speed pitches over the middle of the plate where they can be hit.
And the 1-2 hits him. McKinnon gets hit by a pitch for the 2nd time in this game. And the tying run will come to the plate with 2 outs in the form of Carter Maggio, the shortstop. There was 2 Web Gem style plays in the top half of this inning. Cade McKinnon made a great catch in left field, and then to end the inning, Carter Maggio made a sliding play on the infield grass from short to end the inning. Let's see if that momentum carries over to the plate with the tying run at the plate. And it's ball 1 outside. McKinney on a pitch out popped up to first, lost the ball on the transfer, but McKinnon was already retreating back over to the bag at first. And the 1-0 outside, 2-0. Swung on and missed. Maggio was thinking extra bases all the way. 2 balls, a strike, runner at first, 2 away, bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1, big swing and a miss from Maggio. Count even, 2-2. Maggio takes an extra second or two, picks up some dirt just outside of the batter's box. Yale's already set to go. He already knows what he's going to throw. And time called by Maggio gets awarded at home plate.
Yeah, Maggio just trying to disrupt some rhythm. Didn't like that Yale was already in the stretch while he wasn't even in the batter's box. Didn't give him time enough to do his routine. He steps out.
And Maggio steps back in. 2-2 pitch with 2 away. Big hack and fouled again. This one near the play area along third base. Hour and 17 minutes into this game. Two comes outside. Count now full, 3-2.
Pivotal pitch coming up here. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, so it'll be McKinnon off with the pitch.
And the 3-2. Tomahawk chop, foul territory, first base side. Wynn should take this one out of play. It does. Next up after this game, Lemoore Litchfield Marion, the number 1 seed against Surrey. And then it'll be Langdon Edmore Munich against Beulah. That's a 4 and a 5 seed. And then that will wrap up day 1. We'll have coverage, of course, solely of the Thompson Tommies and the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll try this one again. 3-2 pitch with 2 away. Runners off. And fouled out of play again from Maggio.
Carter putting up a big fight here. Knows this could be one of the better chances they get off of Yale with how stingy he's been. Still only 2 hits given up by Yale in the bottom of the 6th inning now. 5 2/3 complete.
And the 3-2. Poked the other way, down for a base hit. McKinnon has speed, was off with the pitch, and he is being waved around third, but it's going to retreat back as he's held up. So Maggio will hit a 2-out double, and with 2 away, it is 2nd and 3rd for the Squirrels. So the tying run stands at 2nd, the go-ahead run, and Joe Schumacher at the plate.
Wow, that was a piece of defensive hitting right there if I've ever seen one. Maggio protecting that plate on 3-2. Goes the opposite way, just pokes the bat out there. He gets still got the barrel to it, and he sent it into the corner. It allowed McKinnon to run, and he was pulling up as he was getting to third base, and then the third base coach was waving him in, and then the hesitation eventually caused him to retreat back to third base. So there'll be runners at 2nd and 3rd for Joe Shoemaker.
Last inning, I should say 2 innings ago, it was bases loaded, 2 away. Central Cass could not score. This inning, it is 2nd and 3rd with 2 away. McKinnon at 3rd, Maggio at 2nd, and his third baseman, Joe Schumacher. Base hit will tie this game up.
Schumacher has walked in both his plate appearances on full counts.
And he takes the ball outside.
This is a big moment for Carson Yale. He's pitched such a great game, and now he just needs to get this last out.
High strike called against Schumacher, 1 ball, 1 strike, and the Squirrels fans maybe not agreeing all the way with that strike call, but regardless, the count 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 fouled back by Schumacher. Now 1-2, and we've seen this on several pitches this inning. Yale is a strike away from closing the door on the bottom of the 6th inning.
Just one good pitch away from slamming the door shut in the 6th.
1-2, called strike 3. Schumacher strikes out looking. It's the 6th punch out for Carson Yale. No runs, 1 hit, no error, 2 stranded for the Central Cass Squirrels. The tying run, or the go-ahead run, comes to the plate, but the Squirrels cannot capitalize. We have played 6 complete innings out here at Newman Outdoor Field. It is DeLax Burlington 2, Central Cass scoreless. You're listening to coverage of the Class B State Baseball Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Thanks for joining us here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Joel Morgan, alongside me, Josh Boyko, as we have our second quarterfinal game of the day. And DeLax Burlington leading Central Cass 2-0. Brendan Maggio coming out here to pitch another inning. DeLax Burlington, 2 runs on 7 hits and error. Those 2 runs of theirs coming in the 4th inning. It was an RBI hit for Ty Hughes, a 2 RBI hit for Ty Hughes. Rather, Jake Schaefer, an RBI ground out, then Ty Hughes, the RBI base hit to score those 2 runs. For the Squirrels, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Carson Yale has pitched fantastic today. Brendan Maggio has pitched well as he throws ball 1 inside to Ramel Eckelson. Eckelson, the designated hitter, the 9-hitter in DeLax Burlington's lineup will be Eckelson, and then back up to the top of the order. Again, winning team plays in the championship semis tomorrow. Big swing and a miss from Eckelson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Squirrels stranding 5 base runners over the last 3 innings. It'll be 9 in top of the order due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Eckelson swings through the next pitch, count 1-2. It's anxious energy for the Squirrels to try to get these runs back in the bottom of the 7th and win walk-off fashion. As the 1-2, big swing and a miss. Eckelson down on strikes. 1 away, strikeout number 6 for Maggio. And that brings up Paxton Yisas, the leadoff hitter for DeLax Burlington. Got to get those outs first before you can get the bat back in your hand. And Yisas chops this one over to second. Copperbig has it, throws to first, 4-3 on the out.
If you told any Central Cass fan that Maggio would have 6 2/3, given up only 2 runs, I think everyone would have said, oh, we have a great shot at being ahead at that point, but bats have been stifled for Central Cass.
Rylan Olson swings at the first pitch over to short. Carter Maggio over to first base, 6-3 ground out. It's back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings for Brendan Maggio. It will now be at the fate of their offense here, down 2-0 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. For Central Cass, it will be 9-1-2 with their championship hopes on the line. We'll have that next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com, bottom of the 7th inning, last chance for the Central Cass Squirrels, down 2-0 here in the 2022 Class B quarterfinals. Thompson winners earlier today, 13-3 in 6 innings against North Star. Thompson would play the winner of this team tomorrow, 3:30. Losing team will play North Star 10 o'clock tomorrow morning in the consolation semifinals. Carson Yale, 6 innings, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits batter. Will be Cam Parker, the number 9 hitter in the Squirrels' batting order, taking strike 1 outside. Next pitch, swung on, could be playable in foul territory. Hennessy at third will miss it, but it stays foul. No, they're going to say it's fair. They're saying it's a fair ball. Parker is retired as of now, 5-3. And now the umpires are going to talk about this one.
I thought it dropped foul.
It looked foul from up here. Coach Maggio arguing his case. So here's what happened. They will call it an out. So Cam Parker is retired, 5-3, first out of the inning. He hit a pop-up, foul territory, third base side. It got by the glove of Hennessy, and they're saying that it became fair. Coach Maggio, and I can see the case he's trying to make, was that you rule the ball dead, the runner is not going to go down the line. So 1 away, Sam Coverbig to the plate. Coverbig will take a ball high and outside. Down 2-0, the Squirrels will have 2 outs to try to make up at least 2 runs to extend this game. Yale's next pitch misses outside to count 2-0. Coverbig, Ellison, Maggio, Coverbig and Ellison, 1 and 2 in the batting order. Still to bat, the 2-0 pitch misses inside, 3-0. 7 stranded base runners for the Central Cass Squirrels in this game. The 3-0, called a strike, taken all the way was Coverbig. Yale's 3-1, ball 4.
There's your runner that you need desperately on base. And they get it with 1 out, and they'll flip it to Will Ellison now as Coverbig draws the walk.
Ellison, the senior right fielder, struck out looking, struck out swinging, struck out looking. That means he's due for the Squirrels, and Delax Burlington well aware as Yale throws one outside a ball. It was a throw over to first. Jake Schaefer gets the ball and puts the tag on Coverbig, who's already back over to first safely. 1-0, called a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. One, fouled back by Ellison. Count 1-2.
Big swing on the 1-1 offering, fouling that one straight back. He was on that pitch, just slightly under it.
Coverbig at first, Ellison at the plate. 1 away, count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ellison is retired on strikeouts. 7 in the game for Yale. And with a tying run coming to the plate and Brendan Maggio, the Squirrels are down to their final strike, rather their final out. Ball outside to Maggio, in and out of the glove of McKinney, but not far enough to advance Coverbig. Squirrels will be very careful along the base paths. Defensive swing from Maggio, fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Surrey, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion next game. Then Langdon and Beulah. Langdon the defending champs. 1-1 gets away, 2-1 the count. Two one, swung on and missed by Maggio. And here we go, the Squirrels down to their final strike. Last bullet in the chamber. And time called from home plate. Carson Yale has pitched fantastically as the junior gets a check swing, and they're not going to appeal. Called, third strike. Yale gets his 8th strikeout, and Delax Burlington defeats Central Cass by a final of 2-0. The unseeded Lakers defeat the Central Cass Squirrels 2-0. Post-game show coming up next on your live event.
Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to our post-game show. It is a 2-0 win. Delax Burlington defeats Central Cass. Delax Burlington now in the championship semifinals. They will be playing tomorrow at 3:30 against Thompson. A game we'll have for you on yourliveevent.com. Well, for Central Cass, they'll play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning against North Star in the consolation semifinal round. Carson Yale went all 7 innings, scattering 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 hit batters. He was masterful today in his win over Central Cass. Brendan Maggio, who takes the loss in this game, he pitched fantastic too. 7 innings, 2 runs, scattering 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. The 2 runs for Delax Burlington came in the 4th inning, and it was first an RBI groundout for Jake Schaefer that scored Devin McKinney, and then Braylon Fisher would be brought home on an RBI single for Ty Hughes. Those 2 runs would all that was needed for Delax Burlington to get the victory here against the Central Cass Squirrels and advance on to the championship semifinal round. 2 runs, 7 hits, and error for Delax Burlington. For Central Cass, it is no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They stranded 7 base runners in this 2-0 effort, losing effort against Delax Burlington, including loading the bases in the 4th inning and getting the go-ahead run to the plate in the 4th and the 6th innings in this matchup against the Lakers. So a 10 o'clock start time tomorrow morning for Central Cass against North Star. Well, for Delax Burlington, 3:30 against Thompson, and we will have that game right here on yourliveevent.com. We got Josh Boyko down on the field. He's going to talk to starter Carson Yale. Let's send it down over to Josh. There you go, Josh.
Yes, Carson Yale here with a complete game shutout in this game. What a performance it was. You looked in sync with your catcher, Devin McKinney, all game. What was the game plan you had coming into this game?
Game plan was kind of just, we got to come out and throw strikes, get this first one. We're on to tomorrow. That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely. The off-speed pitching was great today. Was that really how you kept Central Cass off balance all game?
For sure. You got to work those, you got to work that off-speed in a little bit early in the count sometimes. Sometimes you got to finish with it, finish the game with it, and that was the best feeling I could ask for right now.
This is a young team, but you looked fantastic on defense, 0 errors. Is that just a testament to the discipline of this squad?
Yeah, definitely something that we practice a lot, take a lot of pride in, and we got a lot of young guys out here that went out and they performed. I'm proud of them.
And how do you stay so consistent throughout this game despite some of the late charges by Central Cass?
You know, we had that mountain visit. Coach told me, you got this. And I looked at him and was like, I got it, let's go. So went out there and finished. That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely. And what should we expect to see coming forward from this team?
You're going to see us coming with a full head of steam. We got to get on the bats a little bit, but excited to play Thompson tomorrow for your semi.
Absolutely. There you have it. Thank you, Carson Yale. A complete game shutout today, a 3-hitter from Yale. Back to you.
Thank you, Josh. Yes, talking to Yale again. 3 hits. He holds Central Cass a high-powered offense of just 3 hits. The junior, a big win for DeLax Burlington. They improved to 16-2. Central Cass falls to 14-2. They will play again tomorrow at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Time now to give out some of our post-game accolades, and it will be our RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game. Easy choice on that one. Carson Yale, who pitches the shutout, he will be our Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton wants you to have a safe and successful planting season. RDK Enterprises is here to provide you with the customer service and support of your precision plant equipment. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises. It pays to plant with precision from RDK Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton. Again, for Josh Boyko, I'm Joel Morgan. Our final score, it is DeLax Burlington 2, Central Cass 0 in the Class B quarterfinals here at Newman Outdoor Field. That will do it for our broadcast. Thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com.